Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's installment of the reversing desertification process. I am in Kuwait. I got here last night. I was picked up by my beautiful hosts, and I am so excited to be here. It's my very first time in this region that I actually going to be here for a few days. So really excited to be on actual desert area soil, although of course I'm in a city, and it's very interesting from the airport yesterday, it was of course dark, but just to kind of drive and see all the different areas here that have, their native trees or planted trees or whatever all this is. I'd have to do a little bit more research, but regardless, I'm here now and I'm excited to be here. So, yay, no matter where you are, please run the process. Please join me. And thank you for being here. Thank you all for coming along for this ride with me. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. It's so interesting. I talk to you guys about being aware what you are purchasing, what you're buying, what you're doing with your money, and that really is a way to also impact the world. And I realized yesterday that my choice of Turkish Airlines was flying me through Istanbul, which this airport, when it was built, basically was built on top of a migration spot for storks. So I was never really happy with that choice, but there wasn't really anybody that could stop the government from doing it. And so now by me flying through there, I'm supporting it. And yesterday I went, oh, wait a minute, is that really what I would like to choose in the future? So those are these little things that maybe you can have a look at. And, I also randomly was listening to a German reporter guy who actually on purpose ate all the foods that have heavy metals and all that stuff in them to see what would happen to his bloodstream. And I thought it was very interesting that he did that, and all of the people that were watching him and supporting him were also stunned that he would do that to his body. But he really wanted to make himself a human experiment. And what else is truly possible, my dear friends, when we start paying attention to what we are buying? What are you buying, and what is your motivation to buy it? Is it always just the price, especially when it's vegetables? Or what else is truly possible? And it's not that organic is the answer, please, guys. Nothing is ever the answer. But we do have to look at what are our choices and what are you supporting with the choices you're making. And I know for me too, sometimes it's convenience, like flying here through Turkey was easy. I didn't even really look at other options, so I will make different choices next times. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. And please expand out. And please allow the earth to contribute to you. And I am on the 5th floor. Please, guys, it doesn't matter how far you are away from the earth. I was running the process yesterday as I was flying. So truly you can choose in every moment to be this process, to run this process. All that doesn't have to be a conclusion. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. And in that documentary that I watched yesterday, he interviewed a farmer in Germany too, and it's so interesting how ingrained some points of views really are about farming, about what has to happen in order to stay profitable, to do it quote unquote right. And he was a young farmer. So don't come to the conclusion that the younger generation is going to choose something different. And it is interesting because nothing usually can convince anybody. Most of the farmers that actually chose something different that I saw interviews about that are now into soil health all had some strange thing occur where they all of a sudden lost their harvest a few years in a row, came into some kind of a financial pickle, almost were losing their farm. Just interesting. Not most of them, not just from choice, like, hey, let me choose something else. So it's interesting. I don't wish that upon anybody. That's not what this is about. I just find it interesting how set we are in our points of views. And of course, then I look at myself too. Where am I set at my point of view? And won't let anyone convince me otherwise. Where am I right? Oh, goodness. Yeah. Anytime you really see something as the answer, that's where you want to be right. And I'm not here to tell you what's right or wrong. I do want to make you aware, though, that you really do have choice and possibility with what you are choosing. Everything you're choosing has an impact, and that, please, 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 get that. Every choice you make has an impact. And please be aware of that. Nothing that you do does not matter. Everything matters. And that can be a bit scary, but that's also very empowering. Because that was the thing I heard over and over when I was a kid, like, oh, you sorry little thing, you're not going to make a difference by just choosing something. You have to convince a lot of other people to basically do the same thing. It is not true. Please, guys, don't buy this. It's bullshit. It is not true. Please, 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 please get this. You, with every choice you make, have an and others you're making, creating the future that you are asking for. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, pulvats, and beyonds. So just like I did yesterday when I was flying through Istanbul, and I was supporting that airport by flying through, I was like, oh, is this the future I would like to see on the earth? Would I like to keep supporting this choice? Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, pulvats, and beyonds. Thank you, guys. I'm really so grateful to have you be here with me. It's been an incredible adventure. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, pulvats, and beyonds. And let's connect with each other even more and step up the process even more. We are a force around this planet. We are a contribution. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Even yourself. The built-in voice you have. Throw it out. It's not you. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, pulvats, and beyonds. Thank you, guys. I will see you again tomorrow. Please enjoy the rest of your day.